Fuck mission. Go restart.
Okay.
It's Young Sundo Main in the house. Sometimes I wanna smoke bomb headies, but my friends only fucks with middies. They got a 5 up swag shit, but I got 400 a zip. I'm hitting up every dealer, I'm trying to go trip balls. I check my phone every minute, waiting on that mushroom calls. What the dope boy got is hard to find. I look for mushrooms all the time. I'm trying to trip out and smoke pot. Mushroom man, show me what you got. Because your drugs are my love. Your drugs Because your drugs are my love. Your drugs. No need to pick out seeds and stems with, cause you don't fucks with them. I'm trying to get drunk as fuck, make bad choices with some smut. I'm trying to get a bump for once, not stale as fuck, and roll it up. Not talking about them Swisher Sweets, I got them Dutch Masters on lock. What the dope boy got is hard to find. I look for mushrooms all the time, trying to trip out and smoke pot. Mushroom man, get at me, nigga. Because your drugs are my love. Your drugs. Because your drugs are my love. Your drugs. I don't know which blunt to smoke, which one's the mids, which one's the perp. You get so high when you smoke with me, cause you got that swag, I got 20 a G. Hey, so I got a question, trying to throw a banger in Buzz's basement. She may piss you off, even Buzzkill, so you take all your anger out through a pill. Are your drugs my love? Are your shrooms gold caps? Because your drugs are my love. Your drugs. Because your drugs are my love. Your drugs. Yeah. If you're trying to trip out, yo, get at me, girl. I'm digging your hair. I'm liking them curls. Here's a freestyle off the top of my mind. I smoke pot all of the time. If I smoke so much, how can I rap so good? I'm just so hood. Coruscant Vase, 5.99. Get at me, Giant Eagle. Get at me with that shit.